This is The Chairman and the Artist, where vision meets creation. Let's talk.
Tired of tattoo chairs that squeak, wobble, and feel like you're tattooing on a folding lawn chair from 1982? Say goodbye to imported pain and hello to the Chariot Tattoo Chair, the only throne fit for an artist and their canvas. Crafted right here in the good old US of A, the Chariot Tattoo Chair is more American than a bald eagle riding a Harley through a fireworks show. No tariffs, no shipping delays, just pure economic freedom. We're talking lumbar support that'll cradle your client's spine like it owes them money, armrests that adjust faster than your last relationship, and a 360-degree swivel that'll have you spinning like a DJ at a block party. Stop torturing your back and your client's dignity. Upgrade to the Chariot Tattoo Chair because your art deserves better than a glorified bar stool. The Chariot Tattoo Chair. Sit proud, ink loud.
Welcome back, everybody. Chairman and the Artist. Today we're hanging out over at Hideaway, Reno, Nevada. Today is May 14th, 15th, 14th, 2026. Today we're going to be talking to a tattoo artist known as Tarzan, but we'll get to know his full name and everything soon.
Yo, what's up? And JJ. JJ's here too.
They're just in the house getting tattooed.
Getting tortured like a motherfucker. Damn, Raph, I've known you. I've known you for like almost 3 years. Isn't that crazy? I think like 3 years.
Well, already a long time in the industry. That's interesting.
You got hella knowledge though. I was born in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm from there, but yeah, I was born there.
You,
But I,
you don't have this childhood was not there, or
well, I went to like elementary school there, but then I went to a year of elementary school in Vallejo, like for fifth grade, and then I went to Carson City. I did like middle school there, and then I moved to like Philadelphia area, Pennsylvania, and I lived out there for like 2 years, and I did high school, and then I got my GED when I was in juvie out there, and then after that, I moved back to Portland for like 2 years, and then after that, I've now been living here for like 3 years.
you get to you've been traveling. You get to see the world, or at least the United States.
Hey, you know what my mom used to? She was like, because teachers would ask all the time, they'd be like, "Why you why do you travel so much? Like, what are you like in the military? Like, is your family in the military or some shit?" So my mom said, "Hey, you should tell them that we chase Bigfoot." And so that's exactly what I brought. I told my Spanish teacher, sophomore year, check this out. My Spanish teacher's name was Mrs. Dos. Isn't that crazy? But anyway,
You're right. You were telling me what?
yeah. So check it out, right? In the middle of the class, right? Kind of at the beginning of the school year, because I was kind of new, right? And she's like, "Oh wow, so why'd you move around so much, right?" And I'm like, in front of the whole class, I'm like, "Oh, my family chases Bigfoot." And what made it even better, bro, is I had like this green Oregon hoodie that had Bigfoot on it. It was like a little like black outline of Bigfoot. And my homeboy, fucking Jay, he chimed in. Um, he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been to his house. There's like a life size statue of Bigfoot. Like they're all sorts of shit." And then my little brother, he was in the Spanish class too, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my parents they were on season 5, episode 8, 32 minutes in of Finding Bigfoot. Just go check it out sometime." And it was so funny, bro. Like, and she really believed it. So that's just kind of like I just went along with it, right? And then parent teacher conference night came, and parent teacher conference night. So the parent comes and they meet all the teachers or whatever the fuck. So my mom goes, and then my Spanish teacher is telling her the whole get down. She's like, "Yeah, he's disruptive in class. He's kind of a bother, but he's pretty funny. He's pretty smart." So, and then at the end of the meeting, she's like, she's like, I'm so sorry to ask you this, but do you chase Bigfoot? And my mom started dying laughing, bro. Like, and they just both started dying laughing. It was hilarious.
I was like, I'm already laughing my ass off. I just don't want to make it so loud of a face. That's funny, homie.
But yeah, that's pretty much. I just tell people I was very nomadic growing up. I moved around a lot.
That's kind of cool. A lot of people move from one or two states, or some of the ones that travel a lot of states are in the military.
Yeah, I mean, it has its benefits and its negatives for sure. Like, uh, you don't really get to like, you don't get to be from anywhere, and then also you're like, you don't make like a lot of close ass friends because you're always moving.
What? What's the longest you stayed in a place?
Like, probably like 10 years. Like with Oregon for till I was 10, and then I moved. But then after that, probably like 4. But even when I was in Oregon, I lived in so many different cities, and I went to so many different schools there. Like I lived in these cities called Forest Grove, Tualatin, Beaverton, um, Portland, freaking uh, Gresham, all these different cities over there, and so I moved around a lot there too.
When it came to tattooing, what was the first time that you encountered tattoos in your life? Or how did tattoo come into your life? At what age?
So I think I was like around like 9 or 10 when I was at this house party. Like it was like New Year's, I'm pretty sure, and I was at my friend's house, and our parents were friends. So like he's like like a Mexican house party, like they're over there drinking, the adults, and then the kids are running around and stuff. So they called the tattoo artist to pull up, and my mom was gonna get her first tattoo, right? So this guy pulls up, and he's like this. He brings like a case and stuff. He's got like a book with him, and so I seen him come in, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a tattoo," and she got my grandma's name on her foot, which is pretty badass for your first tattoo. Get it on the foot. But that fool left his portfolio on the living room table, right? So when all the other kids are just like poking around playing and stuff, I was flipping through that shit, and I already been drawing since like as long as I can remember, like since I was like 2. So um, I was just looking at that shit like amazed. There's like all these sick ass tattoos, and my fools over there tatting everyone up. They look like they're having a good time, and there's like titties in this book, and there's all sorts of cool stuff in this book, and yeah, I think that was like the first time. And then my parents got tattooed more once we moved to like Nevada, and they would take me sometimes with them. Like my stepdad would take me sometimes with him, and I would watch and like ask questions. And that fool told me I should get an apprenticeship, but I didn't listen, though. I hella just like made my own. Um, I remember the first time this chick. I used to draw at school, right, all the time. Like everyone knew me as like a little artist. I'd draw on like people's binders and stuff like that. So this chick asked me, she's like in 6th grade. She's like, "Hey Tarzan,"
You can wet it if you want.
she's like, "Do you do tattoos? Do you do tattoos and stuff?" And I had never even like, I didn't really thought about tattoos besides like not doing one. But I'd been drawing and shit. I would draw on people. I draw on myself. So I was just like, bitch, of course I tattoo. I was like, what the hell? I was like, is that even a question? I was like, don't ever ask me some dumb shit like that. I was like, listen, hop on the school bus with me after school, and I'll take you to my studio, and we'll get you situated, right?
Fucker's got a studio in what, 6th grade?
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm calling. I call my dining room my studio. So so yeah, right. She gets on the school bus with me, but I kind of sit like away from her, and I'm sitting like with my brother, and I'm on YouTube, bro. I'm looking. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna tattoo this shit right now? So I'm telling my brother, I'm like, hey, bro, like you gotta lock in right now. Like, I need you to when we get off the school bus, I need you to sprint ahead of me and get the house situated because we're gonna have company. So he sprints ahead of me. You know, he lets the dogs out and shit. And um when we get there, me and this chick get to the front of my house. Right, we're walking and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, just wait right here. I'm gonna go make sure my dogs are cool and everything, and then make sure my house ain't a mess, and then I'll let you in real quick. She's like, oh, okay, I'll get in there, panicking. Freaking, I get a sewing needle and I put it at the end of a pencil, like in the eraser part between the eraser and the metal, and then I wrapped some thread around it because that's what I saw on Blood In, Blood Out, and then to make the ink, like I wasn't about to light my house on fire with like baby oil and doing the soot and all that. So I found this video when I was on the bus. This fool took playing cards and he put them in warm water, and then he split the playing cards, like you peel them apart, and there's like black ink in there, so you can use that shit. So that's what I did, and then I opened the door and stuff. I let her in. I'm like, yeah, step into my studio, and she does, and she's like, I'm like, all right, what do you want? She's like, I want a little heart right here on my finger. So I'm like, cool. Like, this will be easy. So 2.5 hours later, I'm like going around it and going around it. And looking back on it, I just wasn't going deep enough. But, you live and learn. And so it's almost getting to 5:30, and my mom gets home at 5:30. So I told her, I was like, hey, listen, this is going to need a second session. And, I'll have to catch you later. Like, I'll see you at school. Maybe we'll finish this at school or something. And so I kick her out. I don't know how she got home because she lived on the other side of town. And then, yeah, so after that, I was like, fuck, I got to make a machine. So I took apart an old CD player and made a machine. I did like a couple small tats on myself, but.
You were inspired by Blood In and Blood Out, and you're like, oh, that's how you tattoo.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, you got to put the thread, but now I know that the thread is so that way it can hold the ink.
Yeah.
And then it like drips down slowly. It's like the cartridge.
Recipe how to make ink and prison style, we can say.
Yeah, for real. Like with the playing cards, I thought that was cool. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm like. This motherfucker's going all the way to the real what do you call it, from scratch. I gotta make the suit.
yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I was like, fuck, I don't know if I got time to like be scraping soot, mixing it with water, and burn my house down in the back. Like, my stepdad's gonna be like, where'd all the baby oil go? Like what you need baby oil for?
What kind of stuff are you watching that you know recipes like this?
I used to watch a lot of like. Well, I remember when I was really young, I came across this prison documentary, but it was just about prison tattoos, and it was dope. Like, they showed you how to make a machine, they showed you how to make the ink, like meanings of tattoos, and then I would watch like. I didn't even know that when I was a kid and I was watching it, Freddie Negretti was in that documentary too. And so yeah, I was watching that a lot, and then I just watched all these. No, not yet. We wanted to, but we everything was kind of rushed a little bit. But we drove right by that little shop he works at the Vatican. We we met him. Yeah, me and this fool went to lunch with him. I was sick as fuck. Well, this fool had already met him before, so it was like his second time. But we went to lunch with him, so that was cool as fuck.
What about you, homie? Just real quick, introduce yourself over there getting tattooed.
Yo, what's up? My name is JJ. Go by JJ Inked Up on Instagram. Yeah, not like he's saying, we took a trip down to Southern California where I was born and raised. Um, Took a cool little detour around the city and got to meet a bunch of cool folks out there. We met Mark Mahoney. Met
Cool.
that dude, cool dude, gave us a t-shirt and everything and
His wife,
chopped it up for a while. Yeah, cool lady.
And the Korean artists that he had in there were super talented.
Yeah, they got really good Korean artists there, really humble people.
Super humble.
Yeah. Pretty much like you said, man. That was my second time meeting Good Time Charlie. First time I met him at the Long Beach Tattoo Museum. That's where I got this drawing up on my wall right here. And cool dude. Didn't get to chop it up with him too much. He's been wanting to meet him, so we kind of planned this whole little trip to LA, San Diego, and the Antelope Valley, my hometown. And
And that was after like the craziest mushroom experience
yeah, we had a
I've had in a minute.
crazy
Like
time.
mushrooms, and then went and met Good Time Charlie. Like after just meeting Mark Mahoney and having
Yeah.
like, pretty much like it felt like a movie, bro. Like we're on like Venice, bro. I thought it was in GTA, bro. And that what was cool about being in LA was that like I kind of knew like where everything was just because of GTA. Like it's like a video game and shit, but it's literally exactly like I was like, oh shit, this is the beach. I was like, that's there right there. That's that right there. I was like, that's where Franklin lived. I'm like, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, you guys got to go check out his new spot. He got a spot out there in where is it, Bakersfield?
No, in Modesto.
Modesto, California.
Yeah, he's got sick ass like prints. You could chop it up with him.
Yeah, go say what's up to.
Sign the wall.
Say
I
what's
gave
up
him
to OG.
I gave him a drawing of Jack Rudy that I did. I did this ballpoint pen drawing of Jack Rudy and I gave it to him.
You're what I would say you're a fan of fine line art, right? Or black and gray art.
Oh yeah, especially that like what I want to like really master, bro, like really get good at is like how they put in those like tight threes, bro, and those single needles, like really nice ass lines, and then they heal over time, like beautifully. Like they don't fucking get spread out, they don't raise up, they just like they spread out a little bit, but like if it was like a tight three, it's spread out to like maybe like a five. You know what I mean? Or something. Like it looks really nice. Like you seen like Jack Rudy's healed work, bro? That shit looks so fucking nice. So clean. Or like I was watching this interview with Bob Tyrell. He got some sick ass like tattoos that are so old and they look perfect to this day. They look perfect.
Bob Tyrell is can say a master when it comes to fucking great shading.
Oh yeah, bro.
Fucking great shading is phenomenal.
That guy's a freaking champ right there. And you know, he started tattooing late. I didn't know he started tattooing like hella late in his life, like his 30s. But he had always been an artist.
What age did you get into a tattoo shop? How old were you when you started? You guys were put inside a tattoo studio. How did that go about?
Well, so when I was living up there in Portland, so I got out of juvie when I was 17, and I moved back to Portland. And when I moved back there, I got a job and I bought tattoo supplies, and I was like fucking up my friends and family and stuff like that. But then I wanted to like go legit and get like an apprenticeship and stuff like that. But I learned that in Portland, you can't do that. You have to go to a tattoo school. And there's 2 tattoo schools in Portland. And I was like, man, that's gay as fuck. Because I already knew apprenticeships were the way to do it, you know? And, but I went to the tattoo schools anyway, just to see what was up, you know, so I could get certified to tattoo in Portland at least, right? And they wanted like, man, like $14,000, bro. Like, it's like a 2-year wait list. And then fucking, you gotta put like 1,200 down to get on the list. And
14,000.
yeah, and then it's like with 8 or 12 other people, and they teach you bullshit.
You know what I charge when I do an apprentice?
It should be free.
No.
Well, I mean labor.
No. I charge 10,000.
10,000?
Yes.
Well, I've heard of that, but I feel like if you charge for an apprenticeship, then you should like they get like days off. You don't have to bitch them around.
Let me explain my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
My apprenticeship counts that I teach you not only how to fucking tattoo, I teach you marketing, I teach you Photoshop, I teach you Illustrator, I teach you how to do communication skills with the client. Because you're paying me, I go out of my fucking way, teach you every fucking day for the next 3 fucking years.
But they still gotta clean the toilets and all that shit, right?
A 3 fucking year apprenticeship.
Yeah.
That's my apprenticeship. When I tell people about this, how I do it, yeah, some of the that's bullshit, this and that.
Yeah.
You know what? If it's for free, nobody gives a fuck, and they won't come over here and teach you shit.
Yeah, but like,
But if you're paying me, it's my responsibility to go out of my way to teach you. And that's what I do. And the same I ask for the fucking guy that's paying me. It's your responsibility to ask for questions and ask if you pay for this motherfucker. You better be asking. That's the way it should be in my books. But yeah, there's people
I can
saying
see
it
that
should
from
be
that
free.
point of view.
It's like, why should it be free?
Well, it's not free because I had to work my ass off like all the time. I had no job. I had to show up every day before close and stay there after close and donate blood and sell my art. And I had to clean toilets and do food runs and all that shit. Freaking.
I did
So
all that.
so I paid with
But
my
when I
labor,
was
you
doing
know.
that with my master, I was getting paid too.
You were getting paid for that.
I was getting paid because like, he put me to tattoo right away too. You know, I was tattooing within 3 months and when I came in into a professional shop.
Yeah, see, that's cool too. Like everyone's got their own way. I didn't start tattooing until like a year deep in my apprenticeship.
You know, and
But I think it just everyone's different, you know.
yeah, well, in the tattoo world, everybody teaches differently. Every artist, just because you're a good artist, also doesn't mean you're a good teacher. There's motherfuckers out there that are badass artists, but they can't fucking teach worth of shit. They got bad attitude. They're bullies.
Yeah,
They're
they
just
don't know
straight
how to
out fucking
teach.
dicks to people, you know. And I guess I could be a dick, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go out of my way to teach somebody an art that is gonna be a career.
Right.
You know, to cut hair they charge 20,000. To do electrician they charge 8,000. You know, but this is a career that you can take to prison. This is a career that you can take to another country.
Facts. That's hella true.
So, and after 3 years, then I take on another apprentice. I concentrate for 3 years on one apprentice. That's my apprenticeship, you know? Yeah, everybody does 1 year apprentice or 3 years or 2 years.
And that's why
Different.
if you somebody who does want to learn how to tattoo, don't fucking you know, it's harder. Like I did that shit at home too. Fucking out friends. It's harder. That's why I got an apprenticeship. So that way it freaking be easier.
Well, working
But
in a shop, you're gonna learn
I'm
from
saying
the others.
yeah, that's what I mean. So like when I was working in the shop, everybody taught me different. This fool taught me differently than how other artists taught me because this fool was there when I was an apprentice, and he taught different than everyone, and everyone had their own way, you know. But if you are someone that's looking to become a tattoo artist, then you gotta find out what the apprenticeship entails because it's different for everybody. And but you shouldn't be somebody who's just trying to look for the easy way, you know, for sure.
Yeah, I concur. And the other thing too, there's people that do real legit apprenticeship where they go out of their way to really help out the artists.
Right.
And there's motherfuckers that just take advantage of it. So there's a 50-50 chance you might end up with a great teacher, you might end up with a fucking asshole bully that you just gonna tell everybody in the world that, hey bro, it was hardship with this motherfucker.
Well, sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's like tough love. Like people, especially this generation, bro, they forget about that shit. You know.
Do you have an easy way in, JJ, or was yours hard to come in?
Well, I started tattooing 12 years ago. For me, it was a little bit more different. It was kind of a rough situation because I had my first kid coming in at the time, you know. So I couldn't. It was either like you said, it was around 10 grand at the time, or somewhere around there, and I didn't have the money. I was only 23 years old, and the other one was I couldn't be at that shop every day, all day, because I had a kid on the way, my first son, which is 11 now, and so I pretty much had to learn on my own, you know. And luckily, I had a lot of homeboys that were in shops, and they all took me under their wing. So whenever I could, I would hang around the shops, and you know, as a thank you, I would help the shop out by cleaning it up, throwing the trash out, and eventually, I got my foot in like that at a tattoo shop. It was called Poker's. It's called Poker's Tattoo Shop in Lancaster, California, and right there, a couple of the homies I've been in the game for a long time. They took me under their wing, and my first tattoo was a traditional rose, and they're like, "Well, let's see if you can pull some straight lines and pack some solid black and color. So that's what they did. It was stressful as fuck. I had like fucking 4 or 5 artists just watching me the whole time I'm tattooing the fucking rose, that shit that I didn't even like doing. They just wanted to see I could fucking put some lines in without blowing skin out and fucking packing color in and make sure it's saturated. So if you could do that, you could pretty much do anything. You know what I mean? Everything else just comes after that. And fucking took me like about 3 hours to do a small ass little rose, man. But I got it done, came out nice, and yeah, that's how my whole fucking career started at Poker's Tattoo Shop in Lancaster, California. That was
Yeah,
pretty chill.
I mean, in the tattoo world, it's gonna be 50-50 chance. 50 cents that you're gonna come in and get a good apprenticeship, and 50 cents that you're gonna struggle. You're gonna do it on your own, or hopefully you run into homies, like you said. Those guys, thanks to those guys, you are where you're at because they went out of their way. They weren't, how can I say, gatekeeping. They weren't really, or sometimes they probably didn't even know that they were giving out information that was valuable. We just talk tattoos. We just talk art.
Well, yeah, at that time it was a little bit tougher because everything was different. Like rotaries weren't even, they're barely coming out at the time. I think that's when the V6 from Franco Vescovi, the Bishop, was barely coming out, and Spectrum was barely coming out, and so we all had coils at that time. My homies were still making needles in the shop. They like the old school ways.
What about what kind of neighborhood was it? Was it
Well, it's the same neighborhood where Mike Pike has his shop right there called fucking, can't think right now, man. I don't know why I can't think of the name right now, man. Mike Pike shop though. Uh anyway, I'll come to me right now, man. Yeah, it's a bad neighborhood, man. I took Tarzan there, man, and he didn't really get to go around too much around the neighborhood like that. But you could see, man, it's a lot of taco stands in every corner, man. A lot of Black and Mexican communities, and you could tell it's a lot of apartments and poor neighborhoods, man. And it's definitely the hood, man. You know what I mean? But that's all of LA County, no matter what city you're in. I feel like it's just a way of living out there, you know? It's
well, not
a
only that, a lot of times back in the
Oh,
day,
Psycho City.
80s
Yo,
and
that's
90s,
what it is. Yep.
Psycho City, yeah.
back in the 80s and 90s, it was very common that the tattoo shops were pretty much what they call zone in the red zones or the red district
Yeah.
area or the hardcore areas of the city. And tattooing wasn't you couldn't easily get a location, you know, and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, now you can find them in every corner, man. I mean,
It's fucking crazy.
I feel like there's a lot of new artists out there, man, that it's really hard to say because there's a lot of talent out there, and some join the right way and some just join just for the money, and they think if they could fucking draw a stick figure and, well, I could do some dumb little lines like that and make some good money, but it's not that simple because they fucked that shit up too, you know. And then we got to fix it up, and it's just more wannabe artists out in the industry, and God knows we don't need any more of that, you know. So,
Yeah.
but then there's people like us, man, that really do know the whole history about it, and we lived through this. That's where Consafos is a big thing, you know. So,
And also, you got to also think there's people that come in, let's say, for the necessary or just, just to party and make quick cash. And there's people that fall in love with it.
yeah,
Once you fall in love with the art,
what's a lifestyle? It's a lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's like for me, man. Ever since I started tattooing, little funny thing about my tattoo career, I tattooed my face, man. Fucking did a little cross here and a music note here, and fucking I had a kid on the way, girl came home, see my face, was praying and thought it was a joke about the fucking music note and that shit. I had did it on myself. And she started crying when she found out it was real, man. She's like, man, we got a baby on the way, the first one. What are you gonna do? You don't even have a job right now. I'm like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist, And yeah, man, I was already tattooing at the time, dude, and I felt like I knew then though, like since before then, like I've always drawn my whole life. I knew that I wanted to be a tattoo artist, and like, well, I didn't know when I was young, but like as I got older, You know,
That's
I
so
pretty
cool, man.
yeah, I put myself in a position, bro, like where you couldn't get a job back then if you had a fucking face tattoo.
It's true.
So I had to trap myself into something I knew I wanted to do without like half stepping it. So I knew I was like, you know what, dude? Like I'm gonna tattoo my fucking face. I gotta take this shit for real, and I'm gonna live through tattooing until right now, man. I mean, I was an artist at that. You know, I got 12 years in the game. I was 26. I was 23. I'm 35 now. My whole life got in trouble for drawing on desks, notebooks, and everything, doing everything but my homework. You know.
I think that makes a big difference too. There's all of us, a lot of us that are artists
Yeah.
and already just move right into it. And there's people that, oh, I'm gonna become a tattoo guy and learn.
And they don't know how to draw. Or they never had like an interest in drawing or anything.
You know what's
Hey, do
cool?
you want me to put the little math symbols for?
No.
No.
You know what I think about it, man? It's like you know, last thing I gotta say, man, is this. It's like if you really want to be a tattoo artist, man, and you really want to be respected in the game, you definitely got to dedicate your full life to tattooing. You know what I mean? You can't have other shit that you're doing in the day. Like you literally, if you want to make it in the tattoo game, is what I'm saying, and be consistent and make your money, be able to survive, you got to sacrifice everything else and strictly dedicate yourself to tattooing. You can't tattoo. The tattoo game is not something that you should do as a part-time thing or whenever you feel like it. It should be your lifestyle. And like I said, that's where the consafos thing comes from, man. Like, you know, it's a way of living, man. It's part of your life, and it's been mine for 12 years, and I can't see my life going any other way.
So then you're gonna be doing it like
So
see Bert hanging out here. He's in his 80s and he's still going out and tattooing at the convention.
yeah, man. I love hearing stories like you, man. Been in the game for a long time. You had a stingray tattoos, and now you're not tattooing as much, but you still make a lot of fucking chairs, and your whole life is based off the whole industry itself, man. And you're known not just for tattoos, but piercings, making tattoo equipments, chairs, and not even just chairs, man. You're making badass chairs and armrests and everything. So I mean, for those who don't know about what you do, man, you know, they should really tap in with you and check out all these hydraulic chairs that make tattooing so much more simple and more reliable, man. You got to talk to the big homie right here. He's been in the game for a long time.
Kiss marks on me.
Now I'm giving back to the industry. You know, I'm trying to make it a little more.
Thanks, G.
Hell yeah. So
I don't want to get into making machines. That's a little too complicated. The chairs are more fun. You know, more
yeah,
heavy metal welding and grinding.
yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate.
That's cool that you know everybody has a different thing, and some of us have a even the ones that pay. As long as you make your money back in a year or two, it ain't that fucking much bad of an investment.
For what the chairs?
Or tattooing, or
Uh,
even the chairs too, to
oh,
invest in your back.
you got to invest, man. Yeah, man. I feel like you know if you take care of the craft, man, and you respect it and you dedicate yourself, it'll take care of you too.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
You know, what I mean, don't try to find ways to cut corners to make fast money, man, because you'll lose your clientele immediately, man. I feel like with good work and having good a relationship with your clients, man, it's really important because there's a lot of artists out there that really think they're fucking celebrities, man. And
This is the kind of shit that you're not gonna get tattooed anywhere. Sometimes
no,
nice like this.
no.
Exactly, because those fools are like cooped up
Well,
to
I grew up.
themselves. They have nobody to bounce off.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I grew up around a lot of motherfuckers, bro, that were making needles and shit and building. My homies still build clothes to this day. Like my homeboy DeFi over there in Lancaster, California, he owns Forgotten Art. A shout out to the homie right there, man. He's still making fucking coils to this day, man. His white hair's coming in and old school dude, bro. Dudes had problems with you. You go out back in the alley, they'll fucking throw down putazos and it comes and they'll come. Yeah. You'll just cut, and you'll just fucking shake hands, dog, and just come back in and just act like nothing happened, man.
You got violent stories for the tattooer also.
Man, I have a lot, but you know, let's we're gonna save that for another time, you know.
No, but and that's what I want to do is at least start. You can keep doing more podcasts, but start by explaining your entry.
But look, man, you get a tattoo and they shave your beard, man.
Yep.
You get a
That's what we offer here.
you get a haircut. Hopefully, it clips my toenails, man, because I know I'm way overdue. You know what I mean, man? No, man, it's a dope ass industry, man, and like I said, man, it's I'm really happy to know Tarzan too, man. I did get into Reno. Like I said, I've been in Reno 3 years now. But like I said, born and raised in the Alamo Valley and shit. And when I was working right there at ATN with this fool, he came in a little right after I came in, and fucking I got to meet him and I seen his drawings, and I was really fucking surprised, man, and very impressed. He takes a lot of time into it, not a bunch of scribbling shit. And I knew that he was gonna be a good artist. I was just trying to see where his mentality was at.
Thank you.
Because your mentality is a really big thing in the game, dude. Like I said, there's a lot of big headed fucking fools that think they're celebrities and they treat the clients really shitty. And then what you need to understand, man, it's like you have to have some kind of relationship with your clients, man, because they're the ones that are keeping you busy. And if you really love tattooing, well, they're the ones that are fucking making this possible. And so, I mean, I've met a lot of dudes, bro, where fucking, they have clients come in there and just drop shit off, dude, and they become like family, dog, and it's pretty dope, you know?
Yeah, well, dude,
It's
you
fucking
create a
badass.
whole different. You
Yeah.
become part of a community, and
Yeah.
and then they tell you all their problems and everything. So now you know the community problems. You know what's
Yeah.
really going on in your community. You
Yeah,
see
I
it from all
agree.
points of view. From the
That's what I
police
told
guy,
this one.
from the criminal, from the salesman. You're getting the points of view of the community.
I think the funny part too is like being a tattoo artist, like it's so fucked up because when you really listen to all of our stories as tattoo artists, bro, like we don't have a fucked up background.
Yeah,
But
we're mentally fucked up.
You know what I mean, dog? It's like it's cool because like you get a tattoo artist with a story,
Mhm.
and it's like and it's a cool one too. It's not some boring shit like you grew up in a good neighborhood and went to a good school, always had
I went
everything
to
you
art
had.
school and I just my buddy
Struggle.
wanted to get
The
tattooed.
struggle is nice, man. It gives you fucking character.
But it's cool that this fucker invested in his art school too. He said, I might as well, get this degree and shit like that. I went
Yeah.
from
No, I didn't go to that shit.
design
Fuck
to,
that.
but you went to school, right? You didn't go to the school. You just,
The tattoo school? I didn't sign up for it. I just went there to go see what was up. Oh, I got my GED in juvie.
oh, in juvie.
Yeah, I got my GED.
That's a school too.
Yeah, they made us go to school.
Yeah,
It was easy
it's
as
just
fuck.
more of a stricter school, man.
My mom told me, she said, when you get out, like, I'm not putting you back in school. Like, I got expelled every year from sixth grade. And then even in elementary school, I would get expelled all the time. But
Now you're doing
But-
exactly what you like to do, being a rebel.
one thing, yeah, so that's my thing, though, is like when you see, we all have fucked up backgrounds, but it's interesting to see how different tattoo artists choose to live their life. Like some choose to be shop owners, some choose to just be a mediocre artist for the rest of their life and not really do much and just come to shop. And they're happy with that. They treat it like a 9 to 5. Some try to become like hella famous and social media. Some just live like a little family life and travel a little bit. And so that's what I try to depict. Like, how do I want to live my life? As a tattooer.
There's so many different layers in the tattoo world. You got the biker world, you got the punk scene, you got the cholos, you got the art collectors, you got the gang related. I mean, they're all related in ink, you know? And so, pretty fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool. Like, I remember when I was young, I saw a documentary about Mr. Cartoon. Like, and he tattooed like all the celebrities, bro, back in the day.
Uh-huh.
But I think there's a bunch of artists like that come and go. Especially nowadays, it's a lot faster. It used to be like this artist was the coolest artist for like a couple years, but then now it's like who's trending like today or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's true. Mike DeVries used to be really big back then.
Everybody is it. Well, they all have their own. How can I say? Their own unique history, their own unique clients, and we also have our unique time where we become little rock star celebrities of the neighborhood, and then here comes a new generation, and you're not the rock star no more. So it's a change of a guard. It's kind of like I tell people, it's kind of like a stripper. You're still good at it, but you're not.
Yeah, like these new bitches are really good.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with the new trends and all the shit.
Yeah, like strippers back in the day weren't doing that shit where you go on your head and go all crazy and stuff. They probably seen girls do that shit and they're like, damn.
He said you're still good at it. You just don't look good while you're doing it. You know.
Well, that's the other thing. And you sound so out of place when you try to talk 20-year-old hipster in
Yeah.
your 40s. You sound out of place. You know, it doesn't look.
Hell no, I kind of like that, like, old school gatekeeper kind of mentality, bro. I think that shit's
enjoy the
needed.
clientele, enjoy your stardom and your everything because, you know, and the cool thing, you guys got some really cool artwork. You guys have some really cool futures ahead of you. You know?
You just got to be adaptable and you'll always be, like, relevant and always be, like, you know what I mean? You just got to adapt with the times. Like, before, I was hella on Instagram. Now I'm hella on TikTok.
Yeah,
because that's where the money is.
That social media, you have to be part of social media. Where back in the day, we didn't have none of that, you know. But we just made a quick, good cash, went home. The clientele did all the work.
I feel like,
now
yeah,
it's a whole different monster.
Yeah, because we have Facebook and all that, but no, tattoo artists didn't really advertise like that. Everything was word of mouth before.
That's what we relied on.
I feel like word of mouth is still the best form, right? Like, if you do a good tattoo on someone, like, let's say it's on their forearm or somewhere everyone's gonna see it. It just takes one good one. Like, yeah, it'd be slow, but if they walk around town enough, go to work and shit, you're gonna have people hitting you up, you know?
We had this kind of rule that we said it takes 10 good tattoos to bring in the next client.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this client has to see 10 of your tattoos, good tattoos, to say, fuck, I'm going to come in and get one financial. It takes 10 good tattoos, but it takes one bad tattoo to scare 10 fucking clients.
That makes sense. I can see that ratio. That's like you hand out like 100 business cards, and maybe like 2 of those people will come get a tat by you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe like 10 of them will actually follow you or some shit. You know?
Yeah. So
I hand out hella fucking business cards.
We have to try and create perfect tattoo every time. So we were so afraid to create a shitty tattoo because I'm gonna fucking turn away 10 tattoos. And so that was our kind of goal, you know. And I don't know about you guys, but I also get kind of obsessed on trying to do the perfect tattoo. Every
No.
tattoo that I do, I'm trying to do everything perfectly as possible. I'm pretty sure you guys have that.
I feel like that's obviously like a big thing for artists that care, but now there's so many different styles and tattooing that there's a lot of there's a lot of things where like there's a lot of fine detail that will never stay on the skin. That if you're too obsessed with little shit like that, your tattoos will actually look worse. Your tattoos will heal like shit. You got to know as an artist what realistically would stay, what's gonna last, and what's gonna hold up in time.
It's almost like painting. Like
We
you
learned
gotta
so
put
much.
shit.
We learned so much from like the old school artists.
Yeah. Or
You got to give the illusion of detail, like make it look like it's detailed.
run into tattoo magazine, but the way to look at the past and look at the photos of some of these tattoos that done 20 years ago, and maybe you'll see them on Instagram or say, "Oh, that's the same."
Yeah,
thing."
I look at the magazines. They look like shit now. You ever look back at the magazines now? The ones I used to think were cool as shit, like Skin and all that.
It was dope.
I used to think that shit was cool. It looks like shit, dude. I'm like, damn, dude. Like that's what I started off tattooing. Like, man, like just trash, bro.
I kind of like that.
They got crazy artists now.
It's like that old school look, and it looks cool now. It's like yeah, you got something from that era, you know?
Well, yeah, but see, back in the day too, man. Like I said, I'm 35. I'm not that old, but I mean, I'm old enough. When I was young, I would see the old school dudes tattoo, and like people didn't ask for crazy 3D shit and like crazy shit that they're asking. Like the shit we're doing now
Yeah,
it would have been unheard of then. Is like a motherfucker, bro. People don't want basic shit anymore. You know, they ask you for some crazy shit, and you got to find a way to do it now. You know, and there's talent out there like that are fucking. They're barely in the game for like a year or two, and they're doing shit that's like, fuck, dude, like, fuck you, get that on skin.
Let's say 5 to 6 years to get to that point. I can see you guys doing it in 2 years.
and you think that's just
It's gonna be even better for that.
The kind of work that I was doing in 5 years into my career, I can see somebody doing that kind of work right now in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because of the evolution of quality tattoo, uh, also the ability to say doing it bigger and all that. Because I don't see.
Hey, do you think it's because more people are getting tattooed nowadays? Because it's like now people have more time on skin, or do you think it's just as many people getting tattooed, or like what do you think? Why do you think people get better now quicker? Is it like information?
You have all these tools that you don't have to do a lot of adjusting. All these tools are kind of like automatic.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, you also had to perform your art and
Fuck with your machines at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your spring will bust at in the middle of a tattoo. You'd be doing some shading, your fucking tattoo spring would fucking snap on you. It's like, fuck, hold on, give me a second, dude.
You were not just doing tattoo artistically, you also have to know mechanically how this fucking little device works.
No, I mean I remember that shit. Like I learned on a coil. Like I had to build a coil, and I love coil machines. Like they're great.
Yeah, but you didn't have to rely on coils though.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have to.
You had to learn how to use them as a fundamental.
Then no.
No, bro. I mean, there was, but they didn't.
Have been here since the dawn of
That was they were invented before.
Well,
Fucking.
if you want to look at it like that, but realistically though, like I mean, for a long time there was nothing but coils, and like what he's saying is like, you're not only concentrating on what you're doing, but you're also like working on your fucking machine at the same time because maybe your machine wouldn't hit so hard, so you'd have to twist the contact screw a little tighter or something will loosen up. You don't have to do nothing with this besides change the battery. Nothing.
Yeah, but Jose Lopez did sick ass work with the coil. Like everybody did sick ass work with a coil back then who now uses a rotary. Like
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But they're still struggling with that today though, because like there's great coil machines out there, but what I'm saying is like they're keeping it like old school, dog, and it's impressive that they could do the shit they're doing with the coils. People are doing shit like that with rotary machines because it's so much easier. But try doing that shit with a coil, dog. It's a game changer, dog.
Needles, that's a big evolution too.
Yeah, to get a mag, you would have to burn the tip of the needle so it can loosen up and be more of a smoother. Yeah, a liner turn into a round shader by burning.
I remember doing that shit with the lighter.
So that's another 2 hours out of your day that you don't have to deal with such things.
It's just convenient now. The convenience.
Very convenient. And I think the convenience, the ability to share, because even on social media and all this, just by looking at other people's work and being admiring monkey see, monkey do, we learn from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, if this guy's inspired by watching, blood in, blood out, and decided, hey, I'm gonna imagine now the new generation with YouTube, TikTok, everybody's giving out a fucking tip. Today we're gonna show you how to put together a needle. Today we're gonna show you how to,
Yeah.
Back in the day, I got my ass kicked for just asking questions in the tattoo shop. You were getting your ass beat for coming in and asking about, hey, how do I get this? Bam, in the face.
I got this old.
Get your ass kicked in the ass on the way out.
It's funny that you say that because I have this old school laptop, man, that I had since I first started tattooing, and I have so many. Remember, I just mentioned like earlier Mike DeVries. At that time, he was doing like some crazy fucking color portraits and shit, right? And Franco Vescovi had his videos. Well, I have this old ass laptop, dude, that I still have to this day put away, and I have all these fucking like photos of like how you would fucking build and tune coil machines that were like super hard to find. And then I have like old videos of like tattoo artists teaching you how to work on the machines, but it's like gold. Back then it's like you could never find that. And I have them on there, man, and it's like I'll never use it again, but it's a cool memory because I used to
You save it because it is part of history.
It's a part of history, and well, your machine would fuck up and you couldn't just tattoo with it because a lot of people didn't know how to use them, so they'd have to take them to another shop, not just a shop, but a shop that you knew a guy that knew how to build coil machines. That knew how to tune them because it was like, hey, I have this machine. Can you tune it for me? Because once your machine fucked up, that was a lot of artists back then that they would have to just replace the machine because like, well, I don't know how to tune it, so that so they'd have to replace it.
Yeah, fuck.
That's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
I see motherfuckers open up their door and they got 50 machines. Why? Because they still to this fucking day, they still don't know how to tune it. Now they got a collection. Apparently, they pay $50,000 worth of fucking machines. Or you can pay $50 to homie. That's what I pay my homie, $50, and he showed me how to fucking tune a machine from scratch.
Shit, I paid $50 for them to tune my machine, dog.
Yeah. No, he taught me too.
I know, but I'm saying I paid $50 for them to just tune it. Like I would drop it off in here.
Charge you 50 to 100 when people come in.
See what I'm saying?
Tune on my machine, yeah. What do you want? A lighter? Okay.
Boom.
Tune it up, $50, $100.
Yeah, that's tattooing. Tattooing was so. Dope. It was so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was so interesting.
You know, and other people they needed that machine working. That's why they would put it in a briefcase with foam and everything to protect it. Because
So
it was
doesn't
precious,
fuck up that armature bar that spring anything.
Yeah, what that shit dropped on the ground, dog, and hit the fucking contact screw. You're like your life ended right then and there, man. You know.
Bro, I remember I would come back.
Yeah. Oh god damn.
Fuck that. Fuck that. You guys ever leave it in your drawer and then you come back the next day? You just left it in there and then you pick it up and then it's totally different the next day. Like, and it was just sitting in your drawer, bro, and the shit's running different.
Let me tell you a story that homie told me a long time ago.
Yeah.
He comes into his shop to find another one of his employees on top of the other employee.
What done?
Dick slapping him in the face. We're going into his station and touching his machine. You did not touch other people's machines because unless you know how to tune them, if that machine went out of whack, you were blamed for it, motherfucker. So, you know, machines were very...
Check it out in the mirror, bro.
Very precious, you know?
Show them show the camera the shit we're doing to your kid. Working on that right now.
You'll be able to just stencil it on there, no problem?
Yeah, I'm just gonna line up the chin and then freaking, it'll be easy. I have the stencil and shit right there.
Amazing the way you guys work now. Everybody works in different ways, different things.
Well, I wanted to finish it, but
differently too.
Yeah. Well, you know, you gotta pick stuff up from different people as you go along, you know. Fuck, tired.
Gave you some pointers and helped you out.
Oh yeah, this fool taught me a lot, bro. Well, we have like really similar styles. I think because we like the same shit, you know, like that. Just like that Chicano look. Because some people like tattoo black and gray, but it doesn't look like a Mexican did it.
I like the way you know, blue pen art paper.
Oh, I love doing that shit, bro.
Blue pen, that's
my favorite.
That blue style, it's my brother used to do that in prison.
Yeah, that's where I started doing it in juvie.
Like that in prison, they shade like that.
Yeah, I started doing that in juvie because they gave us these rubber pens. They were like ballpoint pens, but they were like flexible, so you can't stab nobody with it. And so they gave us those. And I remember I'd be in school, and I would like after you finish your shit, you can go on Google or whatever and play games. Or it was kind of restricted, but you could do whatever. And so I would look up pictures that I wanted to draw because I had like all night myself. Like I don't really sleep that much, so I would just like look up a picture of like Bob Marley, right? And I would look at the one I want to draw, and I'd be like, okay, like his nose goes here, his eyes go here, this goes there, and all that. And I would just be like, okay, bet, memorize all that stuff, kind of create like an instruction booklet in my head of how to draw it, and then go back and draw it. And like looking back now, like the proportions are like kind of fucked up and everything, but they were like pretty good. They were all right, you know what I mean? You could tell who it was. Yeah, well, I didn't go to like art class or anything like that. I remember right before I went to juvie, I was on probation, and there was like these programs for kids that wanna, if you're on probation, they put you in these programs so that way you're not like just at home not doing anything. And so I remember, I think the options were like, go pick up trash or go to this art class. And I was like, no way, these are the two options. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to this freaking art class. And it was like once a week. And I found out the reason the art class was an option is because it's right across the street from the juvie and from the courthouse and all that stuff. It's right across the street. It's a pretty nice little fancy art school, but it just had like a little 2-hour long class. And I went there, and I drew like I only went like 2 times because literally right after that COVID hit, and then COVID hit, and then I went to juvie, and then but I found out that I got a scholarship because I guess one of the teachers who was at that art class, she saw me drawing, and so she like talked to the school or something, and they said that if I do good, then I could have gone to that art school, but then I went to juvie. So, but it was kind of like art school in itself.
Art is amazing, homie. You're gonna make it look easy. You're already making prints, you're already doing stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, your stuff is also very.
got the website up on link in my Instagram.
Tell them your website.
I think it's like Tarzan's cool shit at bigcartel.com. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But it's in the link of my Instagram at Tarzan TARXAN _ BCL.
Are you selling it through a website or somebody else?
Yeah, it's like a website. Yeah, it's just you pay like a little bit. Um, they have like a free option too. I think that's the one I have because I don't have that many prints up there right now. I only like putting prints up there of like the good like drawings that I feel like are meant to be prints. You know what I mean? There's a couple I'm working on right now, but it's just hard because I tattoo so much now. Like, I have like no time to draw as much, which is bad because I gotta definitely make more time to draw.
You start doing art show.
Yeah, we do like little art nights here
But
sometimes.
also start having a little art display.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel like I just want to I have an idea for how I want to do my first ever art show, and I need to have like a bunch of big pieces. Like I want to have like the piece I'm doing right now. It's my biggest drawing yet. It's pretty big, and but I want to do like a big canvas. I got to do some skateboards, so that way I can put them. I'm gonna put them all on a wall, and then I want like it to be like fancy, just like Blood In Blood Out. Maybe like with the home, I'm gonna have like a little cane and shit, and yeah, I'll have like all my art on the walls and stuff, and it'll be cool. I wanted to make a comic book too. I used to want to be a comic book artist when I was a kid.
how are you? I was just doing one yearly. Like the shit, realize you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna have an art show till I'm like old as fuck.
I don't know. You should. Like, my opinion. This is what I ask people.
Yeah. What do you?
Do a photo shoot. Look great. I need to lose weight. It'll never happen.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll never happen. But if you do one yearly, if you show the people this is what I did this year, this is what I did this year and last year, this is what I did the last 3 years, this is what I did the last 5 years.
And you know what a lot of artists do? They do a run.
The gallery keeps growing.
Yeah.
You know what? You want to go do fucking business with a gallery owner, you can.
Mhm.
You can say fuck it, you can do your own galleries.
Right.
To let you know.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I've been to some art galleries and talked to them, and I just had this. You know how like sometimes like artists will do like these 3 paintings, and it's kind of like the same theme, but they're different paintings. Like I want to have like stuff like that. You know, like these are all the blue ones, and these are like the red ones, but they're like different themes. You know, like these are like Aztec ones, and these are like more Renaissance ones, or I don't know, but
I do the opposite.
it'll be cool.
You know the stupid thing that I do?
What do you like to do?
I like to put it up and see what people come up with about my art.
Like what they think about it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. That's as art's subjective.
Yeah, not only so whatever I've done, I put it out there, and I don't tell them why I painted it, this and that. I want you to tell me a story about that fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then they could come up with their own fucking story to tell up, and I start laughing my ass off.
Right.
Someone comes up with this and that, and so for me, that's a cool thing because I hate my art. I don't like doing what I do, but I like how people react to my art. I'm like, that one is an eye catcher.
Right. And that's why it's good to draw things that are like interpretive. You know, like instead of just drawing like a rose, like draw something that like people can interpret it in different ways. You know, that way it's more interesting to look at. You know, I mean, obviously we're gonna draw a rose here and there, but like something that's like, I don't know. You just look at it like it's a story. And I have a couple ideas.
Emotions or something with emotions.
Hella, bro. Hella. But those will never see the day of light. Probably not till I die. I'm gonna like give all my sketchbooks to my brother or something, or like to my kids, and I'll be like, then you guys can look at them. Yeah, no, I painted some sick ass shit. Like I remember when I was a teenager and I was depressed, bro. Like I was like, painting some like demonic ass shit. That's some pretty cool stuff. Or like when I go through like a breakup.
What do you?
Welcome to Graffiti City, your one-stop shop for graffiti supplies. From spray paint to markers, caps, and merch, we've got it all. Let's get creative. GraffitiCityNV.com.
Yeah, we just talking.
I like this, bro. This is like raw footage. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is sick. This is like a
Hey.
raw ass podcast.
And it's also like I have to try and listen to you guys. I want to hear you guys' point of view at this age. You know, you guys have a different point of view. You guys have a different upbringing than me. Everybody has a different upbringing.
I feel like
You know?
my I'm not like that young in the game anymore. I'm 35. You know, I started when I was around his age, so this guy is
Later they're gonna call you veterano and old timer. Right now you're just you're just what you call a nice practicing artist. You're in the hype of it.
just happy to stay busy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the other thing, you know, it's like, fuck, we're making money out of this. We're actually making a living out of something that we were told, no,
People be like, it's slow right now, and like,
nah, it
you
isn't.
just gotta, yeah.
It's all about your hustle.
It's all about your hustle.
It's all about your hustle.
It's not like
and this and that.
you know?
And if it's low, it's because you didn't follow up with the trends or this or that.
I just don't like
And-
people who play victim or try to like blame other things. Like, don't blame things that you can't control, or blame things that like, or get mad about things that you can't control. Like, do what you can control. And if you're really not busy after that, like, I don't know, maybe you're like not doing everything in your power, because freaking,
Well,
I
sometimes-
feel like I barely do shit, and I haven't been in this game a whole lot. But all you got to do is do good tattoos, post them every now and then, be nice to people, and you should stay busy.
yeah, good work will follow.
But you also got to move where the money is. If you live in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're wondering why you're not busy, then freaking, I'll tell you why you're not busy. Because you
Yeah.
live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Nah, but Reno's big enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
You ready?
I moved here from Portland.
Wow, you need the music? Is that what's going on? Yeah, we're gonna call it a day.
You're gonna
'Cause
play
he
your
needs-
R&B?
He needs
Cool, let's
his
play some
R&B. All right, say goodbye, Vato.
All right, bro. Thick ass.
And-
Hey, part one. This was part one.
This is part one. We'll do
Yeah.
more. All right, Vatos.
All right,
Later.
appreciate you, Raph.
No problem, homie.